We're on our way out to, can you see it? We're on our way to there it is. Oh, I don't know, you can see it now. The little house on the Prairie Museum, and look at that old Victorian. Definitely remodeled it. The old farm. Back in the day when you were on the farm and you saw nobody else. We were just talking about that, like how everybody wanted to go to the city. I could see, like, if you lived in that house, that beautiful house back in the day, you wouldn't go anywhere, you wouldn't see anybody. And you could see your visitors coming from miles and miles away. Well, maybe not in this area, I mean, especially with all the trees, but you can see them coming, especially up that driveway. Definitely taking the back way. Oh, we have a paved road here. Now this road is called Laura Ingalls Wilder Road. Quite a few people here. We are at the official home site of Laura Ingalls Wilder, the Kansas home of Charles Ingalls family, 1869 to 1871. August 3rd, 1870, Carrie Ingalls was born here, the third daughter. 1872 to 1948, Sunny Side School. Then 1885 to 1977, the Wayside Post Office, and we will be going to Wayside after we leave here. What's happening? Oh, are you used to being petted, I see. Hi. What about you? You want some lovins? Have you had enough for today? You want a little more? Oh, you want a little more? You need a little more? Yeah. Oh, you're so precious. You're so beautiful. Yeah. All right, let's go give this one a little bit of lovins. You want some lovins? Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right? Oh yeah. Next. Look at all that dust on you. Good boy. Good girl. I don't know which. Everybody looks pregnant though. You're not pregnant, are you? Barn quilt. So the pattern hanging on the barn is the same pattern Laura used for her hope chest, called Doves in the Window. After Almanza finished building their first home, he and Laura got married. He surprised her by bringing her hope chest. He also put her quilt on their bed, which was waiting for her when he brought her home for the first time after their wedding. What a man that Almanza was. Bert Horton purchased this property in 1923, 12 years before Laura Ingalls Wilder published her book, Little House on the Prairie. The barn was needed to stay hay bales that fed livestock through the winter. Bert also built 7 barns through the years, always putting his signature cupola, look at that cupola, and a weather vane, a horse on top. I don't see the weather vane though. After restoration, we dedicated it to Bert's great-grandson, Scott Eric Curtis, who passed away in 2009. Scott is the son of current owner, journalist Bill Curtis. Home is the nicest word there is, home. Farmhouse built in the late 1880s. Laura Ingalls Wilder.
Tree log you can grab and still be able to stack up over your head. So yeah, the trees just wouldn't have been that large, just to make it more manageable.
Well, thank you. We can't wait to look around.
Fill the back door.
This is so fun.
Look at these cute dolls. Yeah, hope chest. So these are the kinds of things they would take on their journey. China doll.
Oh my gosh, okay. Love it. We'll throw it over the fence. We'll pick our favorite donkey.
Okay, and even if you just straight feed it to them, they'll eat it out of your hand.
Look at their trash cans. Today is Carrie Ingalls, who was born in the house. Would be her 155th birthday. Old outhouse. Hand dug well. The water was clear and cold and good. Laura thought she had never tasted anything so good as those long, cold drinks of water. Pa built a solid platform over the well and a heavy cover for the hole that let the water bucket through. Little Horse House on the Prairie, Chapter 12. There's no great loss without small gain. Okay. So they lived in Wisconsin, Minnesota, South Dakota, Kansas, and Missouri. There's the replica log cabin. It is the sweet, simple things of life, which are the real ones after all. Laura Ingalls Wilder. They lived in a one-room cabin from 1869 to 1871. Baby Carrie was born in the cabin in 1870, and the Ingalls came to Kansas for land and the promise of hope to raise their family. Pa always wanted a little house on the prairie. Charles built a log cabin similar to our replica standing today. He built a barn and dug the well, which is behind the farmhouse. They had a garden and game, and birds were plentiful. It was a perfect location. This log cabin resembles one described as the Ingalls home in the Little House on the Prairie. The Osage signed the treaty selling the land to the government on September 10th, 1870. That wagon looks really small. The family home was listed as the 89th residence of Rutland Township in the 1870 U.S. Census, and the family lived here about 1 year. In her book, Laura told of building the cabin, of encounters with Indians, of going to Independence for supplies, and of Dr. Tan's treating the family members for fever and ache. Dr. Tan's grave is in Mount Hope Cemetery in Independence. And he was one of the first African American doctors in the area who delivered Carrie as well. I read that on that sign over there. All right, what's going in? So Laura and Mary. Wow, it's so small. Much smaller than I thought. Oh, there's the gun over the door. It's like a little rocker. Oh, it does rock. A little crooked rock, but it rocks. So they lived in this for a year, the whole family. Better churn. So small. Wow. We did such a great job. So they spent a lot of time outside, obviously. Especially preparing the food. I mean, you'd have to skin the animals and... Oh, there's the post office from Wayside, Kansas. I said earlier we will be going to Wayside. Do we leave here? 67366. The historic Wayside Post Office was moved to this site in 1978 after it was officially closed by the United States Postmaster in 1977. The original location was less than a mile from here in the town of Wayside. The postal history of Wayside dates back to 1887 when the growing town was established due to the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railroad. The first mail service was delivered to the post office by horseback or wagon from Independence. The original names of the Wayside citizens are still visible on the post office boxes. These same family names now reside at the Harrisonville Cemetery, located a half a mile east of the museum. Wow. Ain't none of us getting out alive, folk. Oh, I can see the... Wayside School was originally located 2 miles west of this marker. Mr. Gossett served as superintendent until Wayside was forced to close in 1968 as a result of a 1963 law requiring new minimum enrollment for Kansas schools. The number of schools decreased from 2,794 in 1958 to 311 in 1969. The final graduating class in 1968 had 24 graduates. The Cherokee Trail is the red line. Entering south central Kansas near Tyro, the trail went 1/2 mile west of the Little House on the Prairie Museum. So that way, about 1/2 mile. And it continued in a northwesterly direction. And then trail joined the Santa Fe Trail. See that where it joined right there. All right, so let's check out the old schoolhouse. 4 windows, and notice how, I bet there's a stove in there. See how the windows, 1, 2, 3, space, window. And look at the old bell. Sunny Side School. Cute birdhouse. 3 of them. We can go in there. Yes, we can. Dedicated in 1872 as a 1-room schoolhouse with capacity for 36 students. Some years as many as 50 crowded in, sharing desks. It says Lillian Jones, great-grandmother to the owners, arrived in 1901 and rode a horse through pastures and Prairie to teach all 8 grades. Her students ranged from 5 to 17 years old. She made $25 a month for a 4-month term. This was similar to a school they would have attended, Laura, Mary, and Carrie, had they stayed in Kansas. All right, let's go in. These old screens. Oh! Nice. Thought maybe the stove might have been there. Little kitchen. The Pioneer Medicine. And today, again, August 3rd, 1870, would have been Carrie Ingalls Wilder's birthday. Happy birthday, Carrie. Happy 155th birthday. there's a space there too, so. Oh, it's so cute. The floors. That's where the stove probably was. Yeah, right in the middle, right? No, there. Well, there's the stove. Oh, well, they moved it there. Look how big the windows are. There it is, Doc Tan, the African-American man known to be a doctor to the Osage Indians and settlers of the region. That's amazing. In truth, little is known about Dr. Tan. Today he is still largely an enigma. Born in Pennsylvania in 1835, Tan learned medical skills, most likely during the Civil War. Tan established a hospital in the land of the Beck family, recently arrived African Americans in what is now Barboursville, Oklahoma. There, he tended to all patients regardless of race or ability to pay. And after leaving Barboursville, he established a practice in what is now Dewey, Oklahoma as well. What a wonderful man. Riding back and forth between his home near Wayside, Kansas, which we will be going to after this, Tan practiced medicine until the state of Kansas and territory of Oklahoma required that all physicians provide their license and certificate of training. Wow. In 1902, Tan wrote in the state examining board indicating that he would appear before them to prove his skill and pass examination. Sadly for Tan, that day would never happen. After a trip to Independence on March 31st, 1909, Tan's team of horses became unruly for some reason. Tearing themselves loose from the wagon, they scattered on the prairie, and Tan walked to his farmstead where he gathered himself and commenced to search for his wayward animals. As he neared his fence, the venerable, much-loved doctor suffered a heart attack and he died. He was found the next morning by his hired hand. Obituaries praised him as intelligent, kindly, gentle, and caring. He is buried in Independence. But that's a doctor. The one that treated to help people. Oh, this is so awesome. Look at, there's the water fountain. Play piano. It's an old piano. I bet that thing weighs a lot. Some extra books there, and there's a bookcase there. And a piano stool. They have like claw feet, glass feet. That's very nice. I'm very sad to hear about Mr. Tan. That's so sad. Well, let's see. Here's the school. Look at that little girl. Look at it. All have like their chins down. Because that's the sun. There's the Wayside School. Yeah, there's the school in the back. That's awesome. And there's Lillian Jones Horton, the one who taught for 1 year at Sunny Side School. Her salary was $25 a month to put up with all them kids. This is Zelda Bracken. She must have been a teacher, 1910 to 1911. Oh, that's all the teachers, Sunny Side School teacher roster. Yeah, there's Zelda Bracken. $45 a month. And she had $45 a month in 1910. Then it went up to $95, from $45 to $55 to $75. And then 1920, she didn't look looks like she didn't get anything. And then it went all the way to $95, Vida Hadley. 75, well, she just must have been special. And then way in the 1940s, $100, $110, $115. Wow. Well, it's getting hot and I need to go. Flag provided by VFW, post 1186. I just want to see this. Look at this old lantern. Isn't that beautiful? All right. It's just so cool. The flag isn't up. Wayside Post Office. Why am I calling it Sunny Side? Not Wayside, Sunny Side. Listen to this. Remember well and bear in mind, a constant friend is hard to find. Laura Ingalls Wilder. True. It's true, Laura. The cabin's so little. Laura Ingalls Wilder, Little House on the Prairie Museum, August 3rd, 2025. Before we go, let's see the back of it. It's just so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Look at that. Kansas was an endless flatland covered with tall grass blowing in the wind. Day after day they traveled in Kansas and saw nothing but the rippling grass of the enormous sky. In a perfect circle, the sky curved down to the level land, and the wagon was in the circle's exact middle. Are those cicadas? Listen to how loud they are. Little House on the Prairie Museum. We're leaving again, August 3rd, 2025. So as I was leaving, I found out that you can go inside. I thought it was locked, but it's not. So let's see the inside real quick. The Wayside, Kansas Post Office. Guess I should have just tried the door. There's Abraham. Look at that old stove. Oh, these are the names that are now at the cemetery that it was talking about on the sign.
I've had to pee since I've been here. I've had to pee since I was here.
The name's over there as well. That's an old piano stool. Well, I guess it could be for anything. Look, I took a nap in the post office. They lived over here. There's the telephone. And there's the, oh, look at that old hat box. Well, looks original. Hello.
Get turned around here good enough to kind of.
See, these are the original names they said that are now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're all in the cemetery down the road.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah,
Huh?
all the same people on the. Look at that old scale. Folk art. All right, well, there we go. One more time. And by post office.